cowboys? This is Leaving Beauty, a video diary. My name is Jodi Lynn. How are the cowboys? I took this prompt from a text and like, wow, that's so random. That's what I'm going to write about. The text was to my friend Misa, referring to her two kitties, her rowdy cowboy kitties. I love cats. I think there's a past life connection between me and the kitties. All kitties around the world. What was fascinating for me with this prompt, I watched westerns and kung fu movies with my grandfather. It was wild about this grandfather of mine, R.E.N., Grandpa Pappy, the pirate. The myth of the cowboy in the United States of America. These cowboys were the symbol of American freedom and independence, a kind of indomitable spirit, untamed spirit. What am I saying? I'm buying into that. The idea of the cowboy was so American to me. It blew my mind to realize that people rode horses and herded animals all over the world. Weird. Actually, in my research, I discovered that cowboy hats, brimmed hats for horse riders, can be dated as far back as 1300 Mongolia. I was part of an event. This ambassador came and he was wearing a deal, a traditional Mongolian men's gown or robe. He had a cowboy hat on and I was like, what? An Asian face wearing a cowboy hat, something so American. I was like, what is that? I loved the image. So there's a special place in my heart for Tibet. I think it's a past life thing as well. It's a thing. Tibetan cowboys are a thing. And the cowboy hats are a thing. They're rather expensive. The plight of the Tibetan people continues to move me because Taiwanese people are considered quote-unquote Chinese minorities, Chinese ethnicities. So are the Tibetans. I feel this affinity towards our countries who are hoping for independence. I was scrolling through these photos of Tibetan cowboys on the interwebs and happened upon a Tibetan monk standing in a flame, as I say in my poem, but he had immolated himself in protest of what the Chinese were doing in Tibet in 2013. And I was so moved. I mean, it was painful to see. I just couldn't get the image out of my mind. So there was a connection there between the independence, the horse rider. I tried to build a relationship between Tibetan independence and the independence of a cowboy. How are the cowboys? I see a monk standing in a flame, and my heart whispers in a language I do not know, Namaste, Swaha. I've spoken these words in the past, not in this life, but the last, or perhaps the one before. I forget, I remember, I know. Horses trample flatlands in my past life mind, far east of here and 1,700 miles north, riding with cowboys, my islander feet, boot-bound in colorful stirrups back then. My hair tosses as I ride, tied into knots with a rainbow of flowing laces. The brim of my hat deflects the sun from my eyes, but flecks my cheeks with tiny, cheerful spots. The top of it, my hat, pulls the wetness as the rain kisses me tenderly. With the strength of ages I ride, under, over, through, Mongolia or Tibet. I remember, I forget, I know, and still I wander.